Hi folks, welcome to another Stall13.com video. No, I'm not getting ready for battle, and I'm not going to be working on the horse trails. Believe it or not, a hatchet or a hand axe, a claw hammer, and I'm amazed, but a machete. These are the three most popular ways that people break ice on their water tanks. All of these are the wrong tool for the wrong job. Extremely dangerous. Now, speaking of taking the wrong tool and making it for the right job, when you look at this, you might say, well, doesn't that fit? At first it does. This is just a real nice stall fork, an apple picker, pooper scooper, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure that you use the metal kind, not the plastic kind, and you'll understand why later on in this video. What we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn this into an icebreaker, ice cleaner, water tank, winter tool deluxe. This was, I bought this for, hold on, it's right on here. Cost me $12.35. Just bought this the other day at the local feed store. The same feed store I made some of the videos at. And what else you're going to want is you're going to want some plumbing tools, not plumbing tools, but plumbing supplies. And what we're going to have here in the bag is you're going to need two things. You're going to need a 6-inch piece of 1 inch. That's 1 inch inside diameter, 6-inch long piece of galvanized pipe. And it's going to be threaded on both sides, and you're going to want it threaded on one side. The other thing that you're going to want to buy at the hardware store is an end cap. Notice that it's just a cap that screws on the end of this. We're going to do a close-up here so you can see what I'm doing. They're threaded, and you just get it going, and you kind of screw it on there like this. And you don't have to use a wrench because it will stay on there. I've just literally hand tightened this, and I just got it nice and tight. This is going to be your icebreaker. We are going to mount this on the end of this, which means that once this is on here like this, this is what you slam and break the ice with. It's nice and rounded, it's not sharp, it's not going to punch a hole in any tanks whatsoever. And then the other end is going to be your strainer, because since this is metal, yes, the ice may bend them, but you can bend them back in place. They won't break like plastic. This is going to be your strainer to dip the ice that you broke out of the tank. And you still have an invincible stall fork. It's a great thing. How do you get this on here? Because at first, it doesn't fit. Well, what you have to do is you can sand it, which would take about a year, or you could use a hoof rasp, but would take a while. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this small little portable grinder, and we're just going to grind this. And what you do is you take your pipe and you measure our distance. I've already did some grinding on here, as you can see, to shorten up this video. We're going to grind this handle down to make sure that this slides on. But you want it to fit kind of tight, because we're actually going to take this upside down. I'm going to beat it on the ground to force this down, because they never come off. So what I'm going to do real quickly is I'm just going to do a little grinding. When you're doing your grinding, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be as neat as you can, and you want to go a full circumference circle around here, nice and neat. I would recommend, if you're a small, petite little cowgirl, you might want to have somebody hold on to this handle. You may want to brace it somehow, or even put it in a bench vise so you don't get hurt. Now, you see the fit. See how this is sliding on there? It's going on there real nice. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the camera on the ground. You're going to turn this over, and this is all you do. You want to have concrete or some type of a pad, and this is what you do. Just keep slamming it on the ground. No, you're not going to break your brand new apple fork. Now I'm on the concrete. I'm just hammering it right next to the riding lawnmower. And every once in a while you just pick it up and you check to see how far it's going on. And it's going on there pretty well. do this faster for the video. Now, the way you can tell that this is on all the way is if you notice, we've got it on there all the way past where we had ground, and we actually have some of the wood shavings as this metal pipe is being forced on there. It's peeling back the wood. This is a great fit, and what's interesting about this is it's not going to come unglued because it's going to rust itself on there permanently. No screws, no tools, or nothing. The other thing about this icebreaker is that this won't come off because you're not pulling it off the handle. Every time you break ice, you're just pushing it farther on the handle. And it gives you a nice counterweight if you're small or like you're a senior citizen and sometimes picking up some pile of poop or shavings or wet straw or something is a little difficult because this hand is heavy. Believe it or not, this little bit of extension adds a nice balance to help lift things with a pitchfork. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now you have seen my handy-dandy, invincible icebreaker. I've used them for years. Yes, every once in a while, if you leave these out, after about 2 or 3 years, this handle dry rots and it's gone, and then you have to get a new one. And trust me, you're never going to get the wood out of this. You're just going to throw this away and get a new piece of pipe and a new end cap. You'll never get the wood out of there. It isn't even worth trying. The Stahl fork itself was $12.35. I've got about $4 in sales tax with this. So for less than $20, you have a nice multi-purpose Stahl cleaning, ice breaking, ice strainer tool. Courtesy of yours truly and the World of Horses radio show. This has been another Stahl13.com video. Take care of yourself and your horses.